Ever wonder how a place lets you eat as much as you want and still makes money? It's not magic, it's math with a side of psychology. Picture yourself standing in front of an endless steam table of lukewarm comfort food. You've just paid 20 bucks at the door and now your brain is doing something fascinating. It's calculating how much shrimp you need to eat to win. But here's the thing, you've already lost. The game was rigged before you walked through that door. Buffet owners aren't running charities for competitive eaters. They're operating on razor-thin margins with strategies so precise they'd make a casino jealous. Let's start with the bread. Notice how it's always right at the front, warm and inviting? That's not hospitality, that's warfare. Same with the rice, pasta, and potatoes dominating half the buffet line. These carb-heavy stations aren't there because people love them. They're there because they cost pennies per pound and fill you up faster than a Thanksgiving turkey. The expensive proteins, the crab legs, the prime rib, the shrimp you're eyeing, they're tucked away strategically. You'll notice they're often in smaller pans, require more effort to serve, or come with those tiny tongs that make grabbing more than 2 pieces feel socially awkward. Meanwhile, the profit margin on that fried rice, around 900%. The markup on fountain soda, even better. Now, imagine you're the buffet owner for a second. Your entire business model depends on one critical assumption. Most people will eat less than their meal costs to produce. So how do you guarantee that? You engineer the experience from the moment they arrive. The plates are smaller than standard dinner plates, usually 9 or 10 inches instead of 12. Psychological studies show people unconsciously fill their plates regardless of size. So smaller plates mean smaller portions without anyone noticing. The lighting is deliberately bright and slightly unflattering. Unlike fancy restaurants with mood lighting, buffets want you in and out. Bright lights speed up eating, reduce lingering, and increase table turnover. That sneeze guard? Sure, it's for health codes, but it also creates a physical barrier that makes reaching for seconds just inconvenient enough to make you pause and reconsider. Here's where it gets interesting, the food quality question everyone's thinking about. The truth is complicated and varies wildly between establishments. Corporate chains like Golden Corral or Sizzler have standardized suppliers and food safety protocols. The quality isn't haute cuisine, but it's consistent and monitored. Independent buffets, that's where things get unpredictable. Some are meticulously run by owners who care deeply about their reputation. Others are cutting every corner imaginable. Want to know a secret most buffet owners would never admit? That fresh fish has often been frozen and thawed multiple times. It's completely legal, completely safe, and completely misleading. The steam tables themselves are set to specific temperatures, hot enough to prevent bacterial growth, but not hot enough to cook the food further. This creates a perfect environment for food to slowly degrade in quality over hours. Ever notice how certain items taste amazing at noon, but mediocre by 2 p.m.? They've been sitting under heat lamps long enough to lose moisture, texture, and flavor. The dessert section is another masterclass in cost management. Those elaborate-looking cakes, pre-made, frozen, and thawed on site, the soft serve machine, the mix costs less than bottled water. But here's the real genius of buffet economics: beverage sales. That iced tea or lemonade you're drinking costs the restaurant about 4 cents per glass, but sells for $3. Some buffets have moved to charging separately for drinks, turning a loss leader into a profit center. Others keep drinks included but make the cups comically small and the refill station inconveniently located. The lunch versus dinner pricing strategy is pure behavioral economics in action. Charge $15 for lunch, $30 for dinner, serve nearly identical food, and watch people convince themselves the dinner selection is premium. Spoiler alert, it's usually the same suppliers, same recipes, maybe 1 or 2 additional proteins to justify the markup. Weekend brunches are the golden goose of buffet operations. People will pay premium prices for the exact same breakfast items they could make at home for a fraction of the cost. All because unlimited mimosas make mediocre Eggs Benedict feel like a luxury experience. Now, let's talk about food waste, the elephant in the buffet line. Legally, leftover buffet food can't be reused or donated in most jurisdictions. It goes straight to the trash at the end of service. Buffet owners hate this waste, but it's already calculated into their pricing model. The cost of discarded food is built into what you pay at the door. Some clever operators have started weighing customers' plates. In certain countries pay by the pound instead of unlimited eating. Waste drops dramatically, profits increase, and suddenly people become very selective about what they take. The staffing model is another cost-cutting revelation. Buffets need fewer servers than traditional restaurants. One person can monitor multiple tables since they're not taking orders or delivering food. Kitchen staff can be less skilled because they're preparing bulk quantities rather than plating individual dishes to order. It's industrial cooking, not culinary artistry.